1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Cuts it upfield. It's Hawkins. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Right at the line. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll run it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the three of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Quick give. It's Hawkins. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And the Sooners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like, this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. After the run, now to throw. Got the quick pass.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
The Sooners come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Rid of it on the RPO. Wide space. Touchdown Sooners! A great catch and run for 6. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Here's Arts to throw. Out wide right, it's Townsend. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Manning from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
The Longhorns will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. On the move, it's Hawkins. He's got enough. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First and 10 for the offense. They run the reverse. Oh, that did not go as planned except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. S2W6 has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Handoff to the single back. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Running inside, it's Smothers. He's got the first down. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Arch is going to throw for it. Left side is Townsend. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Caught. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, it's Smothers. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Looks as if he's going to run it. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Arch Madness fires into the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. He's past the sticks. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles, that's for dang sure.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive.
Here we go, ready. Booster, booster. Let's go.
Here's Manning to throw. Looking for a big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Long way to go on second down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Right side, it's Bishop. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Still looking. On the run, fires downfield. Pulls it in. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go back to the air on second down. Left side is Hawkins. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's lead things off with Houston taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's Houston who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season.
To throw, Manning. Complete. Still running at the 40. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Hart's going to spin it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smothers. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Here's Arch to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Manning to the air again. Turns it upfield. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The performance by the offense in the first half was very ugly, and they needed to make some adjustments. Give the coaching staff some credit because they did that. This is a completely different-looking offense here on the first drive of the third quarter. They just look like they're playing with energy. They've got a fire lit under them a little bit. We've seen a few schematic tweaks as well, but they need to keep doing this because this is working.
Knocked down immediately.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Manning. Fires to the end zone. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Keeps it moving, it's Hawkins. Enough to move the chains. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Motion from the wide receiver. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
2nd and long here. Looking for a crease to the left. There he goes. He's at the 40, the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Takes the handoff. It smothers. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, this running back has been the only guy obviously who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Turns into the pile, and he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play.
And obviously on that 3rd down situation, the running game's in play. They go RPO, but how about the defense? They were ready for it up front. Good physicality setting up 4th down.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Second down, gonna throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. Turning it on! He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On play action. Out wide left, it's Carter. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Strong, tough run, and he's brought down just inches away from the score.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And oh man, there's some burnt orange getting nervous in here thinking of the 2000 to 2003 blowouts, David.
And Reese, I know that, but man, it always feels like this game gets competitive in the end. And it's getting later, and it looks like Oklahoma's up big, Jesse, but I just wouldn't turn it off yet.
No, and if you're Texas, you just got to keep your composure, right? It's hard to do because you've been looking at this game and circled this game on your calendar all year long. It feels like it's getting away from you. Don't hit the panic button right now.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Arch is going to throw for it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. In the backfield, it's Smothers. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Third down from the gun, Manning. He's going for the big play. Makes the catch. And he will score! Touchdown, Longhorn!
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive, and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Straight ahead, it's Hawkins. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. He's past the marker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas today in the Red River Showdown, and they'll take that golden hat north of the river. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.